Let me ask you something. Do you actually know what your labor cost percentage was last Tuesday? Not last week, not last month, last Tuesday. If the answer is no, or if you had to go digging through a spreadsheet to find it, this video is for you. Labor costs are the #1 financial pressure for restaurant operators right now. Nearly every single owner I talk to says the same thing. I know my payroll is out of control, I just don't know where to start. Today, I'm giving you 7 strategies that are actually moving the needle in 2026. No fluff, no generic advice, just the tactics that work. Let's get into it. My name is Matthew Copeland. Hello everybody. I am the founder and HubPlate. I am the founder and lead developer of HubPlate, the next generation and the future of restaurant management and POS systems. In this video, I'm covering 7 proven strategies to reduce your restaurant labor cost percentage without cutting staff and without tanking your service quality. We're talking daily tracking, smarter scheduling, killing overtime before it happens, cross-training your team, eliminating time theft, automating your payroll admin, and auditing your labor spend across every location if you're running more than one. Stay to the end. Strategy number 7 is the one most multi-location operators completely overlook, and it's costing them thousands every single month. Strategy 1. Track your labor cost percentage daily. Here's the most important thing I can tell you. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Your labor cost percentage is your single most important workforce KPI. The formula is simple. Total labor costs divided by total sales multiplied by 100. Full service restaurants should be targeting 30 to 35%, quick service 25 to 30. But here's where most operators go wrong. They check this number weekly or monthly. By then, the damage is done, the overspend already happened. The operators running tight margins check this daily, by day part. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, separately. That's how you catch a problem mid-shift instead of discovering it at end of month. If you don't have a system giving you this live, that's the first thing to fix. Strategy number 2. Schedule to demand, not to habit. Here's a question. How do you build your schedule right now? If the answer is roughly the same people, same shifts every week, that's habit-based scheduling, and it is one of the most expensive habits in the restaurant industry. The shift to demand-driven scheduling is where operators typically recover 20 to 30% of their labor costs, not by cutting people, by deploying them at the right times. Demand-driven scheduling means your historical POS sales data, local events, day-of-week patterns, and seasonal trends are all feeding into your schedule. You're not guessing how busy Saturday dinner will be, you know, and you staff accordingly. Overstaffing a slow Tuesday and understaffing the Friday rush that tracks 20% above forecast. Both of those are expensive mistakes. Both are preventable with the right data. Strategy 3. Slash overtime before it happens. Overtime is one of the most controllable labor costs in a restaurant and one of the most ignored. A few employees hitting overtime regularly can cost you hundreds of dollars in premium pay every single pay period. Multiply that across a year and you're looking at a serious number. The fix is automated overtime alerts. Flags that fire before someone crosses their threshold. That gives you time to redistribute shifts instead of just paying time and a half and moving on. Pair that with self-service shift swapping. When employees can trade shifts directly from their phones with manager approval, you get fewer no-shows, less last-minute scrambling, and far less overtime exposure. Strategy number 4. Cross-train your team. Here's a number that stops most restaurant owners cold. Replacing a single hourly employee costs between $3,000 and $5,000 when you factor in recruiting, onboarding, and the productivity gap during training. The restaurant industry has one of the highest turnover rates of any sector, and high turnover is a labor cost, one of the biggest and least discussed. Cross-training directly attacks this problem from two angles. First, it gives you internal coverage flexibility. When your only prep cook calls in sick, you're not paying premium rates to drag someone in on their day off. You have options. Second, employees who feel invested in and developed tend to stay longer. Cross-training is retention strategy and cost control strategy in one move. Start with your highest risk, single points of failure, the roles where one absence causes the most chaos, and cross-train 2 or 3 people to cover them. Strategy 5. Kill time theft and admin waste. This strategy is really two things working together: eliminating time theft and eliminating the admin time your managers are wasting every week. On time theft, buddy punching, one employee clocking in for another, along with forgotten clockouts and inflated hours, can quietly add 2 to 5 percentage points to your labor cost every pay period. That's significant. Mobile clock-ins tied to an individual device fix this almost entirely. Each employee clocks in from their own phone, timestamps, location data, all tied directly to payroll. No more paper timesheets, no more disputes. On admin waste, think about how many hours your managers spend each week building schedules, reconciling timesheets, and manually exporting payroll data. If the answer is anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, that's not restaurant management, that's paperwork. One-click payroll exports and automated schedule building reclaim those hours and put them back into your operation where they belong. 6. Right-size staffing by day part. Not all hours are created equal. Your Friday dinner service might generate 60% of your weekly revenue in 5 hours. Your Tuesday lunch might account for 8%. Staffing these identically is one of the most common and most costly mistakes in restaurant labor management. When you have granular POS data broken down by hour, you can build staffing models that actually reflect your sales velocity. Heavier investment at peak periods, leaner coverage during quiet day parts, without sacrificing the guest experience during either. The key is making this data accessible in real time, not buried in a monthly report. When a manager can pull up sales per labor hour during service, they can make smart decisions on the fly. Cut a server at 8:30 when covers drop off. Keep the line fully staffed on a Friday that's tracking above forecast. Strategy 7. Audit labor spend across every location. Alright, this is one I promised at the start. If you run more than one location, pay close attention. Labor cost variance between locations is almost guaranteed in multi-unit operations, and it's almost always invisible without the right tools. One location might be running at 28% labor cost, another is running at 38%. Same menu, similar sales volumes, similar team size. But one manager schedules to demand, the other schedules to habit. One monitors overtime, the other doesn't. Without centralized analytics showing you both locations side by side in real time, you'd never see it. This isn't about micromanaging your managers, it's about identifying the habits and practices at your best performing location and systematically replicating them everywhere else. Labor audits surface duplicate roles that could be consolidated, inconsistent scheduling practices, location-specific overtime spikes. Once they're visible, they're fixable. Left invisible, they compound every single pay period. So let's bring it together. 7 strategies to reduce your restaurant labor cost in 2026. 1. Track your labor cost percentage daily by day part. 2. Move from habit-based scheduling to demand-driven scheduling. 3. Set up automated overtime alerts and shift swapping. 4. Cross-train your team to build flexibility and retention. 5. Use mobile clock-ins and one-click payroll to kill time, theft, and admin waste. 6. Right-size your staffing by day part using real POS data. 7. If you run multiple locations, audit your labor spend across every site. None of these are radical ideas. They They are the operational habits that separate restaurants running at 28% labor cost from those stuck at 38%, often with the same number of staff. The full written breakdown with all the detail is in our blog. Link is in the description below. It's free, no sign up required. If this was useful, hit like and subscribe. We drop new restaurant operator content every week. And if you know a fellow operator who's fighting this battle, share this video. It might be exactly what they need. Drop a comment below. What is your biggest labor cost issue that you are struggling with right now? I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.